Hey folks, this is Reverend Rocker Jeffries coming at you with another hot rockin' plastic model review. Folks, this is my latest build. This is a Lindberg line Scharnhorst German battleship. The box listed as a 1/762 scale ship. Who knows, it's probably roughly accurate. What Lindberg did with a lot of these kits, they released a whole bunch of them, and they basically made the models all 1 foot long, 12 inches long, so that they could put them in the same size box, so that when the models were placed in the dime stores and department stores and hobby shops, it would all look uniform and neat on the shelf. But anyway, this is a trip down memory lane for me, because I built a bunch of these little Lindberg battleships when I was a kid, and had a lot of fun playing with them in the bathtub and putting them in the creek and what have you. But this one I won't be doing that with, because I think I built a keeper here. So let me tell you about this baby. First, this whole model is brush painted. I brush painted the lower deck with Model Master sand paint. Alright, I brushed the upper decks portions of the ship with a German black green. The main guns, the largest guns, and then the medium-sized guns, the tops of the turrets were painted with yellow, and then the light ghost gray on the side. So there you see those. There you see one of the medium-sized ones, another medium-sized, and then that final large one with an airplane on top. The airplane there and the airplane there I painted with dark green. And I tried to do a little shading on the kit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I used a darker gray to accentuate some lines. I don't think it's going to show up on this. And I got some little windows painted in there and what have you, but just don't, you can see it with the naked eye, but not with the darkness that I've got going here. But in any case, the kit fit together great, and it was a lot of fun. Of course, people knock these things for not being accurate, and people would knock these little guns, which are actually molded into the floor of the deck. But I kind of like that, because little guns like that gluing in is very difficult. And really what I do is just paint the underbelly of the gun black and then the top part gray. And I mean, it looks really good. There you see the boats, rescue boats. And I mean, guys, this was a joy for me. The swastikas on the ends of the ship, I put those on there. They did not come with it. The only decal came with the kit was that one that's on the front of it, as you see there. But the reason I put the swastikas on it is not because I'm a Nazi sympathizer, not by any stretch of the imagination, but because this particular battleship, on many of its camo configurations, had this painted on the front and back portions of the ship, so that the ship could be identified by German aircraft as a friendly ship, and so that they wouldn't bomb their own boats. And then the yellow turrets, I would imagine, helped the planes to distinguish which ship they needed to go to if they were sailing in a fleet. So there is reason to the rhyme, if you will. Now, get them a little more light so you can see this. Again, the main part of it was painted in light ghost gray. The side of the ship, the side of the superstructures, light ghost gray. Rust is painted on the bottom with a thin, small black water line, which you got to mask off. All that to do it right. And I'll show you the tape I use. That's, to me, a masking tape. They make a couple different kinds. This is a white tape. It's got a different texture in terms of how it feels. It feels a little more rubbery. And it's very flexible, so you can shape it around curves quite nicely without getting any protrusions where paint can slip under. So you just get a perfect seal. I've never had it bleed. So I prefer this over the regular Tamiya masking, which is more like the stuff you get at a department store. But that's how I mask my lines off. And anything, I try to weather up the deck, bring out the decal on some of the detail on some of the plank boards as best as I could. And I did some shading on the kit that you're not going to be able to tell, but when you see it with the naked eye, it looks pretty good. So, hey, people knock this thing for being toyish and inaccurate. Don't listen to those model snobs. Man, this is old school stuff. This is the height of plastic modeling when every boy in the country was building them. So, glad you enjoyed the review, and peace out, and build you a model.